So if you go online to people.com, it says that Harry will be visiting New York in September, of course, in the exact same week when Prince William will be there for the EARTHSHOT Prize. In addition, people also say that while Harry is in New York City, he will participate in engagements with African parks. African parks. Remember African parks? The ones with all those terrible allegations that he's never ever commented on, other than to say he told the CEO or something and he never followed up on. He'll also be participate in engagement with the Halo Trusts, the Diana Award, and Travelist. So he can't be involved in Travelist in some other country or in some other city. He's got to go to New York City with where Prince William is doing his main thing. So we're going to ask the cards. Why? What is the reason? What is the underlying reason for Harry going to New York City in September this year? Oh, I've got to move my camera. This is the card of wisdom, and I've explained before, it comes from the ancient Egyptian mythology, where the in the afterlife, the feather, your heart gets weighed and compared to the weight of the feather, and if your heart is heavier than a feather, then you don't get admitted into the afterlife. If your heart is the same weight or lighter than a feather, that means you were a good person and you get admitted into the afterlife. But what I'm seeing in here is this is all the wisdom of the royal family, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I'm just reading the energy of the cards. This is how much wisdom the royal family has, and here's dear old Harry, and he's got one feather, one scrap from the entire owl. This is he's been very silly, and he's never commented on anything to do with Africa Parks since all those allegations came out, other than to say he referred it to the CEO. So let's ask the cards. So he wants to be on the coattails of William being in New York. That's what that card is telling me. Why does the article mention Africa Parks? Oh, this is my mirroring card, where this is Meghan, where Harry thought she was beautiful and successful and a self-made millionaire, and this is Harry trying to be like the mermaid, but he's always the koi fish in the pond. He can never quite live up to what he thought she was, this independent self-made person. And so maybe he's going there to try and show William up. Let's ask the cards directly. Is Harry going to New York at that time to show William up, or does his trip have anything to do with William being there? Let's ask the cards. Does his trip have anything to do with William being there? My life is sweet. And this is the card that I get when I think that Harry is talking about how his life used to be. He used to be the prince of the realm. He used to be one of the most popular royals, and then he decided to leave, and now life has got a bit of a sting in the tail. So I'm getting from that card that he wants a little bit of that royal stardust to come back on him. So yes, and it did come out upside down, so his life isn't as sweet as it used to be when he and William used to do engagements together. So I think that it has to do with William. Let's ask the cards again. Is Harry going to New York in September anything to do with William? Yep, and this is my card of baby Harry. Harry not finding his way in the world. Harry having concerns. Harry needing guidance, needing someone to help him find his way. Lost Harry. So I wonder if he's hoping that he can actually meet up with William during that week. Okay, we're going to ask about Meghan's energy, and then we're going to ask about William and Catherine, because I understand that other reports have said that Catherine might attend as well. Obviously, we don't know for sure, and we won't know until the time comes. But I would just doubt it, given how ill she's been and how little we've seen her in public. What does Meghan think about this Harry's trip to New York in September? Ooh, uncertainty. Choose who you will become. I wonder if this is her being uncertain as to whether or not she's going to go with him, because that was actually my next question that I was asking. So let's ask that question now. Will Meghan go with Harry to these events in New York? Will Meghan be in New York for this September, whatever it is? Lead the way, be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. So she wants to go, for sure. She wants to be front and center. She wants to be the leader. She wants the pack to follow her. But it's interesting in this card. The people that she's leading are all, there's birds, and one little animal, birds. So I'm getting that she wants people around her who she can easily lead, who she can easily pull the wool over their eyes, allegedly, who's not going to ask her very many questions. These are just blind followers. And so she's keen to have the spotlight of that trip, that's for sure. We'll ask the cards in a minute. I'll get back to Harry's cards and ask if Harry wants Meghan to go. Was it Meghan's idea for Harry to attend in September? Growing up. There he is, the ginger pet. I've got to do a reading on the ginger pet. Wanting to grow in experience. Rejection of perpetual youth. So maybe it was her idea. Maybe it was her idea, and she's saying to Harry, come on, you've got to be seen on a more international kind of stage, because it's going to be the UN General Assembly Climate Week. So are we going to see Meghan there? Is she going to tell that soap story again? So I think she wants to be there. She's arranged it. She wants Harry to look important, but will Meghan go? Come on, cards, tell us. Will Meghan go? And she wants to go, but will she go? Will she go? Because those endeavours that they're talking about, African Parks, Halo Trust, Diana Award, Travellers, those are all Harry's kind of things. Oh, hang on. I'm just seeing something else now. It says, I'm just looking at my screen, Harry will also be furthering the work of the Archewell Foundation, the non-profit organisation he co-founded with his wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. So this, I don't know what that means. So that kind of gives me an indication that they're leaving the door open for Meghan to go. Will Meghan be there? Will she attend? Oh, forget who you are. I'm getting this as a bit of a Meghan is very jealous that Harry has his natural born royal status. She's jealous that all eyes are going to be on him, and there's the claw. From the energy of this card, not saying anything for truth or fact, from the energy of this card, I'm getting she's really jealous that he's going to be front and center, and she wants to be there. And this is interesting because, you know, in all those photos recently that we've had of her and Harry, she pushes her way to the front. Now look here, there's Harry, little doe-eyed Harry in the front, and she's not too happy to be in the back. So my view is that she is definitely going to go. We're going to ask the cards, what does Harry think about Meghan going? Does Harry want Meghan to go? Does Harry want Meghan to go with him to New York in September? Does Harry want Meghan to go with him to New York in September? Yep. This is this is Harry. He's kind of following her lead. This is Harry in his dreams with a dream woman, and he has all the roses, the love. Maybe this one dropped on the floor here. Maybe the love is waning, the feeling that he had of being valued by her. So I get that he likes to follow her around. He likes to, because he really did see her as this wonderful, successful actress. And from this is actually quite a sad card. I'm getting that he's feeling that she's ignoring him. Look how the back is to him there. And he just wants to be back in that love bombing phase where he could do no wrong, and you remember how she used to look at him adoringly, and which to some people looked like a complete act, but yeah, he wants her to go with him because he wants her to be there uh, to show the way to for him to be able to stay in her good graces. He wants her there so that she can guide him and tell him what she wants him to do so that he can be back in the good graces. Raised by wolves. Yeah, so again, I get from this card that Harry's just feeling a little bit out of sorts. He's feeling a little bit, he's sort of in the background here, and this is her front and center. Maybe these are other people, other men, um, and he wants to be part of. Look how he's looking at her, just really relying on her, trying to do what she says, what she wants, trying to be the one who lives up to her expectations. So I'm getting weirdly from these cards that he does want her there. Not only want her there, but he wants. Well, let's ask this question: does Harry want her to participate in the events that he's set to participate in? uh, Heed wise counsel. Listen, this to me is really referring to the royal family when they said to Harry, "Just slow down. You don't really know this woman." And for me, when people are going to get married, if it's right today, it'll still be right in a year's time. If somebody's pushing for it to happen quickly, then it just kind of sends alarms. And this just reminds me of how Harry used to be a prince, and now by being with Meghan, it's almost as though she's turned him into the frog, because look how tiny he is. Look how tiny his little crown is there. Look, he's got the tiny, tiny little crown. So he met Meghan, and then because of his association with her and how he and her now separated themselves from the royal family, he's only got this little tiny crown. He's not really royal anymore. He's not the most beloved member of the royal family as he used to be. He really is an outsider. So yeah, pretty sad. And I had another question for the cards. Does Harry think that, or does Harry want to use this opportunity when he and William will be in the same city at the same time? Does he want to use that opportunity to meet up with William? Does Harry want to meet up with William during this week? Does Harry want to meet up with William? This is very much of a card of loneliness, of sadness, and this reminds me of that. There was that movie. What were they? The little mice, and they went to New York City, and then they got separated, and they used to sing the little song that said, when you look outside and you see that star, or you see the moon, and I'll be somewhere out there. I'll be somewhere out there looking at the same moon, and then we know we're thinking of each other. This is kind of gives me that kind of melancholy feeling. Yeah, I think he's hopeful that he will get a chance to speak to William, but realistically, he doesn't think that it's going to happen. Right. So, what does William think about Harry coming to New York during that EARTHSHOT week, or the EARTHSHOT prize time? Now it's been on the cards that William was going to go to New York City in September. It's been on the cards for months, maybe even a year. I remember hearing about it last year. So William going has been announced long ago. So William was the first to announce that he was going to go because of obviously EARTHSHOT. So what does William think about Harry being there at the same time as him? Um, William is a little bit distance from Harry. He's become more objective. Initially, he was very caught up in the whole. He was very concerned about him, very worried about him, trying to advise him. But Harry just left, and this card gives me the impression of the world is burning. William can see that Harry's made quite a lot of mistakes, a lot of strategic mistakes. His life's not going the way that he thought it would. Deals cancelled, alienated from family, and William's just looking on, and it's almost like a dispassionate thing. And I also think that William, just on this card, William is not at all impressed with Harry's travelist agenda, where travelist says you should save the environment. Meanwhile, Harry always insists on traveling on private jets. And I heard something the other day. Somebody said, oh, but Harry said it's because he needs the security and the safety. Well, William, the heir to the throne, has travelled with his family, his children and his wife on commercial flights before. If the heir to the throne can do that, there's no reason why Harry can't do that. Okay, so another card on what does William think about Harry being in New York City at the same time as him. So I'm getting there on this card that he thinks it's just another publicity stunt on Harry's part. So here, it's just all kind of smoke and mirrors. William thinks it's all smoke and mirrors. See, that's just little bubbles, and the swan is eating the bubble. It's just there's nothing of substance to it. And with a blindfold here, it's almost as though William he doesn't want to hear any more about it. Actions speak louder than words, and Harry really hasn't done anything in the last 4 years since he left the family to reconcile or to make nice or to build any relationships. In fact, he's done the opposite. He's been destructive. So I think William is, from that, I'm getting he's not going to see Harry. Not the way that things stand. Just based on Harry's behaviour over the past 4 years. Saying negative things, giving away confidences, that kind of thing. Does William want to meet Harry? Like on a brotherly level? Does he miss him? Does he want to meet him just, as brothers? No, no, don't come near the don't come near the prize. There's old William going, no, no, stay away, Harry. You froze us out of your family. You left. Now you're not coming back in. No, stay out. Oh, okay. Why does William not want to see Harry? Why does William not want to see Harry? Okay, so there's a little house down there. And I think this is William protecting the house of Mountbatten Windsor. So this is William protecting the royal institution, and more than the royal institution, this is his home. It's a very small, modest home. His family, Catherine and the children. So that's why he doesn't want to see Harry, because of the things that Harry and Meghan have said about Princess Catherine, about the things that William and Harry and Meghan have done, like going on Oprah and saying that the line of, or that the family went against protocol not to give Archie a title. Meanwhile, that was the exact protocol of the time. They had to wait until the king was the king before Archie would get a title, and that was always the protocol. But lying about protocol on the world stage, especially in America, where people might not know, and then people might go, geez, those royal family, that it proves they're racist, when they were actually just following protocol. So can't remember what my point was, but okay, let's see, what does the rest of the royal family think about this? Let's ask, what does King Charles think about reading this? Just pretend he's having his toast and hard-boiled egg, and he just reads this in the newspaper. Prince Harry is going to be in New York City at the same time as Prince William. What does the king think? Ooh, the Chariot. I go forward with confidence. The king thinks that nothing good can come of it. He thinks that Harry is digging himself deeper into a hole. He thinks that Harry is making himself look more and more silly. He thinks that Harry is influenced, probably by Meghan. 7 of Wands upside down. I actively hold true to my values. So he thinks that Harry is not holding true to his values or to the values of the royal royal family. So he's disappointed. It's like, you can go to New York anytime, you can engage with Africa Parks anytime, and in fact, why haven't you spoken, Harry? Why haven't you spoken about those atrocities that the Africa Parks people had alleged to have committed? The Baka people went on video and pleaded directly with Harry, and Harry never ever responded. So, yeah. Two of Pentacles upside down. I calmly make the best possible decision. Yeah, so it's the worst possible decision that Harry could make. Is not only is he going to New York and representing Africa Parks without having addressed the scandals. It's not even a scandal. It's just the terrible atrocities. And he's going to engage with the Diana Trust, of all things, so trading again on his dead mother. And he's going to go on behalf of Travelist, telling people about carbon emissions, probably while flying on a private jet and having a convoy of 6 Land Rovers. Not only is he doing that, but he's doing it when Prince William is going to be in town for the main thing that Prince William is known for. That's his thing. It's just the EARTHSHOT prize. And it's the worst possible decision, because now Harry is putting himself in the crosshairs to be directly compared with William. So actions speak louder than words, eh? 5 of Cups. Whew. I will move forward when the time is right. So, is that the king saying to Harry, listen, my boy, your time as a prince is limited. This might be the thing that tips King Charles over the edge of removing the princely title. Because you can't have 2 princes in the same city at the same time and there not be connections drawn. Yeah, we're going to stay with the same deck for Queen Camilla. What does Queen Camilla think of this? Now, she's having her toast and eggs with King Charles, and she sees how it's winding him up and how tight he's getting. What does she think? The Hermit in reverse. I will follow my own path. So the Hermit, if Harry had genuinely followed his own path, if he had stayed a little bit out of the limelight and just really focused on serving others, things would have gone well. But no, she realizes, or she believes, or she thinks, this card is telling me she thinks that this is more grandstanding. Harry trying to be like his brother, trying to take the shine off his brother's activities. The Magician. I manifestly perfectly what I desire, but it's in reverse. So again, Harry is trying to conjure up the vestiges of his lost royal life, but it's doomed to failure, because instead of actually acting for the benefit of others, he's there to grandstand, is what I'm getting. And look at these flowers here. These are poppies. And poppies are associated with soldiers and fallen soldiers, soldiers who have genuinely served their countries. And so I think that Pat Tillman award that he got is going to come back to bite him. Yeah, and look at the cup and all the liquid flowing out of the cup. No good can come of this. And in fact, it's just going to further highlight the differences between Prince William, the true royal, and Prince Harry, who's there to virtue signal, is what I'm getting. 4 of Pentacles. I trust that I'm always safe and protected. So this to me is before Harry left the royal family, he was safe and protected. He didn't even have to think about it. But now that he's out on his own, he's still on about this security issue. And I wonder if the security issue is going to play any part. Or maybe she thinks that he feels that this is the right thing to do. This is, he feels secure that he's doing the right thing when he's actually not doing the right thing. Another one in reverse. Knight of Cups. I know that the right person waits until I'm ready. And it's upside down. So isn't that what I said before? If marriage is right now, it'll be right in a year's time. So I think Queen Camilla is is thinking about Meghan, how she pushed for the wedding to happen quickly, and how all the love is running out of that cup. How she led Harry to be estranged from his family, because he wasn't estranged from them before. It was only when Meghan came along that they became estranged. And he said he had all these complaints and everything previously. Well, every person in the world has had tiffs with their family. Doesn't mean that it's of such a magnitude that you need to run away to another country and cut them off until they apologize for giving you 2 sausages when your brother had 3. Did you ask for a 3rd sausage? I can't believe that anybody in the royal household would say, no, Harry, you are the spare and you're only allowed 2. That's what happens when you're born second. Rubbish. If he wanted another sausage, I'm sure they wouldn't care at all. Maybe they just thought William liked sausages more than Harry. Maybe the whole thing didn't even happen. Who knows? I don't know. Now we're just going to ask just a couple of cards of what Princess Catherine thinks of Harry going to New York City. Bright future. She saw that he had a bright future, but the way she's looking here is that was in the past. And look at that. That's the Hermit. We had the Hermit here. See the light of the Hermit, but it's in reverse. And she's looking back. She thinks that he's foolishly given up a potentially bright future. He had the world at his feet. One more about what Catherine thinks. She thinks this is a mistake. He's digging himself deeper and deeper. Letting go. I've had this card for Catherine before when it comes to Harry. She just has to let him go. She has to let him go and do his own thing. It's like when a parent lets go of a child. So my youngest is 18 and he has just moved out of home and he's got a full-time job and he's making some decisions that we as parents are concerned about. But, he's 18 years old, he's self-sufficient, he's paying his own way, and we've given him our advice, we've given him our concerns, and now we need to let it go because it's his life. It's not our life, it's his life. Okay, now I just want to ask the cards. I can't find the deck that I wanted, so I just want to ask the cards what are the public? How is Harry being in New York at the same time as, what's his name? William going to land? Ooh. I think William is going to be very stately and he's going to be reminiscent of his grandmother and his grandfather. And maybe this is even Diana. Harry's going there for the Diana Trust, and I think people are going to be sad. People are going to look at this lot and go, your mother would not be very happy that this is happening, that this rift in the family has happened. Okay, there's another set of cards that are calling to me. Still not the ones that I wanted, but maybe these ones will work. This is an Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. I don't use these all that often. Yeah, they don't want to shuffle. Come on, cards, you're sticky. Listen deeply. Okay. Maybe this is a message from Princess Diana to Harry. Don't do it, son. Don't do it. Don't do it. Or if you're going to go, heal the rift. Speak to your brother. Do it privately. Don't put everything out in public. Don't always make a big show of everything. Think of what I taught you. Okay, so Diana energy there. What I'm looking for is what do the public say. Okay, I'll ask the cards for 2 more on Diana energy, and then we'll ask again about what the public going to think of it. Diana energy. Yes, Diana is on the deck. Diana is on the deck. This is definitely Diana energy, and she wishes that Harry would listen to the things she's taught him. Okay, sorry, I've lost my train of thought. My mum, who lives with us, she's 86, she just came through and had a little chat, and I always make time for my mum. So now can't find my Gateway Oracle. It's the one that I really want to be reading with, Gateway. But I don't know what I've done with the actual cards. So we're going to be reading with the Golden Future. I love the artwork on Golden Future. And so now I'm asking the Golden Future, what do the public think of Harry going? What will they think? Anything that the Gateway Oracle wants to tell us about this is not the Gateway Oracle, this is the Golden Future. Anything that the Golden Future Oracle wants to tell us about how this is going to go. One has fallen out here. Dragons. Didn't Harry say he wanted to slay the dragons? Look at that. Send the dragons to heal the world. So maybe this is about truth coming out. Or if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Prince William's crest has got dragons in it. When Harry said that about slaying the dragons, where he was talking about bringing the media to heal, but I immediately at that time thought, oof, was that a reference to slaying William, slaying the house of William, getting the better of William? So this, if I'm right, let me just look that up. Give me a sec. Okay, so Prince William's coat of arms when he became the Prince of Wales included the red dragon of Wales. So, yeah, so that's definitely a William energy. He's going to eat. The public think Harry's going to be eaten alive by Prince William. There's no way that he's going to overshadow Prince William. Prince William is... yeah. Prince William is the true royal. He's the heir to the throne. This is one dragon, Harry, that you do not want to try and slay. Travel. Ooh, this is... And I asked the cards, what does the public think of Harry coming and attending in September when William is there? It says, find ecological ways to explore the world. Isn't that what that travelers company is all about? But they can see through the Harry and his private jets. So it looks to me that people are just going to see this as another talk fest with Harry not practicing what he preaches. These cards are interesting. Okay. So what do you think? What do you think of Harry attending this thing? What do you think of William? Will William want to meet Harry? Will he meet Harry? Will it bring the brothers closer together? Will it help the public see through Harry even more? What is your comment about this announcement now, and especially about the announcement that he's going to meet with Africa Parks? Yeah, please like this video if you do, and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps out the channel. And we're going to go one more on what do the public think, and then we'll do the underlying energy. What do the public think? Food. Choose locally grown organic produce. I think this is a bit of a nod to King Charles and his Highgrove estate, where they produce organic fruit and vegetables. This is, to me, is really that the royal family practices what they preach, while certain others do not. And what is the underlying energy? Free energy. Be a powerhouse. So this to me really, it's a very interesting card, hey? Oh, and you know the channel's name is Rainbow Pyramid, and there you go, there's the rainbow and there's the pyramid. So Rainbow Pyramid, welcome to my channel. So this to me is how the royal family is in balance with nature. They utilize their gifts, they practice what they preach, they are in harmony with nature. They just see how this ball here is utilizing the electricity. So when the royal family does anything, the spotlight automatically comes on them, and then they distribute the value of that spotlight down the chain to other people and organizations that otherwise wouldn't have that spotlight. So I'm getting that Harry's not really going to be a distraction in September, and he's just, if anything, he's going to be a pale imitation And it's not going to bother the royal family at all, because Harry will be Harry. He will do what he will do, and they're not focused on that. They're focused on doing their duty as they always have done. So, what do you think of the news, and what do you think of the reading? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Sending you love and blessings.